Welcome to the Butterfly Effect. Today is stage 10 of the Vuelta a España. Very, very boring beginning, but exciting finish. And Primoz Roglic takes the win. And along with the win, he gets the red jersey because of some mistakes made by Carapaz of opening up a gap and just going way too early and too much time spent in the win. Now let's break down the last 5K. We'll see Ineos ride in the front somewhere around 4 up to about 2.5K on the stage. Now this has been their MO since the Tour de France. We'll see Ineos on the front at what looks like a crucial time, and it is. It's an important time of the race. It's not crucial, but it's important, very important. They did it at the Tour de France this year. Now they're doing it here at Tour of Spain. They don't have the team like we're used to seeing with Chris Froome when he was dominating the Tour de France, and they have 7, 8 guys lined out in front of them. They're arriving on today's stage with only 2 guys in front of them. Then he's down to 1 Amador, it looks like. And then it's Jumbo-Visma taking over just like they did at the Tour de France at the most crucial point in the race. Somewhere right before 1.5K, Jumbo-Visma take over with one of their big guys on the front and Primoz Roglic safely on his wheel to guide him through the corners. They want to make sure that he starts the final climb to the finish line at the front or very near to the front. Jumbo-Visma do a great job with just one guy is all they need. One guy gets him to 1.2K to go. In this picture, take a look. The rider looks back. I don't know which one of the big guys from Jumbo-Visma it is leading him out. I couldn't grab the number from it. All big guys look the same to me. Just joking. And so he looks back, and when he looks back, that is the sign that he's telling his leader, I'm just about done. Are you still there? So when he looks back, he'll see that Primoz Roglic is still on his wheel. Now the real sign that he's done pulling is instead of just losing power and slowing down and causing Primoz to slow with him, he's going to pull hard right. And when he pulls hard right, that's opening up the lane so that the guys that are flowing through this way, now Primoz Roglic can ride straight up. He causes the lead out Jumbo-Visma rider causes chaos over here because he's gonna cause all those guys to slow down, but he's gonna open up the lane so Primoz Roglic can just slide straight up the front. When it closes in and they go into the right turn, Primoz Roglic is in a good spot. He's center of the draft. So when the group comes like this, he's in the center. He's in a very nice drafting spot. He has the wind blocked from the right and from the left. That's an important detail. Make sure you pay attention the whole last 1K on these next photos. Primoz Roglic is always hidden. Now there's getting a draft and then there's hidden. Hidden is the best word that you're looking for to save maximum energy when you're coming up to a finish line sprint on a stage like today. Primoz Roglic, again, is always hidden. Carapaz is in a great position to start the climb. He's actually 1 or 2 guys in front of Primoz Roglic with around 1K to go when the Caja Royale riders are on the front drilling it. The problem is with 700 meters, Carapaz has the choice to either slot in and get a draft. It'd be difficult for him to get hidden like Primoz Roglic is at the moment. But he can slot in at 700 meters and start to get a draft. Instead, Carapaz chooses to stay on the outside and accelerate and go to the front. This is a problem because now from 700 meters, he's in the wind all the way to the line. And you have a great Primoz Roglic, who we've already discussed about here on the Butterfly Effect. He is an expert at 1K to go on an uphill finish. He is explosive and he can do it many, many times. And he has the desire to push himself beyond what most cyclists can do on a 1K finish. Carapaz, big mistake. He had the option at 700 meters. He's side by side with Primoz Roglic, looking at Primoz hidden in the group, getting a great draft, and he's in the wind. And he's going to go from 700 meters and basically do a complete effort all on his own all the way to the line. Now we'll see when we go into the left bend with about 600 meters to go. That's when Guillaume Martin from the Cofidis rider takes off and accelerates. That was a fine move from him. He's jumping from about 600 meters. He's hoping for a little bit of tactics, and he gets that. They slow just a little bit, and he gets that gap, and now he's going for the win. He's not a favorite on GC, so this is a great tactic because he's not the best in the race at this kind of finish. He's not a Primož Roglic, so he's not the best. So he knows he's got to go early. He's hoping for tactics. Carapaz is not the best, but his objective is not to win the stage. His objective is to keep the red jersey. That's the most important thing you can do. In order to keep the red jersey, you always have to keep an eye on Primož Roglic because you know he is fantastic at these kinds of finishes. Now, to be fair, I thought Primož Roglic was too far back when they're hitting around 500-600 meters to go. I thought he was a little bit too hidden, but a rider of his ability, he jumps out to the side with about 200 meters to go. He starts his sprint by 175. He's in the front by 50 meters. He has the race won. And by the time he crosses the line, Carapaz had blown up so much between 300 and 200 meters to go that he just opened up gaps and loses the red jersey. Carapaz had no reason to lose the red jersey today. It was done on just bad tactics. If he stays hidden, as soon as he saw Primož Roglic at 700 meters to go and they're side by side, he should have just slotted in right there, take the draft all the way to the line. If an opportunity opens up for him to win the stage at 200, 250 meters to go, that's something different. He is one of the best riders in this Tour of Spain. So if you can go at 200, 250 where you're not going to blow up, go ahead and take it. I'm all for it. But when you're in the wind at 700 meters and your name's not Primož Roglic and you're not explosive for 1K, you can't be in the wind at 700 meters. He lost the jersey on his own tactics. It was a big mistake. Primož Roglic, super strong, cannot give a rider of his ability that much of a mistake on your part to open up the door and leave it wide open for him to take the red jersey. Fabulous win on Primož Roglic. Guillaume Martin put in an epic dig. I really thought he had a shot at winning that stage. Hats off to you. That was fantastic. Ineos, not the team that we've been seeing in years past. They got to be a little more perfect with their tactics. They are very good. I liked everything. That 700 meters is way too early to be in the wind on a finish like this with this quality of field. Now let's talk about the jersey here. This is from 2006, Stage 2 of the Tour of Romandy, and I brought it up here for a reason, not to remind you folks at home that I won. I did win the stage. What I brought it up here for was we went in the Tour of Romandy with Cadel Evans as our sole leader. Amazing rider, great champion, won the Tour de France, world champion, number 1 ranked rider in the world, I believe 2006 or 07. Either way, we went in with him as the leader. We go up over a massive big climb with 15 of us, and I am swinging on the back, doing everything I can for dear life to stay in the front group and be able to help Cadel somewhere between the top of the climb and the finish. We dropped down the descent. I'm at the back of the group dropping down the descent, and we had Paolo Savidelli on the front. Savidelli is an absolutely amazing descender. He's known for it. The roads are wet. This particular descent was huge, and the speeds are 50, 65 miles an hour on the descent in the rain, and I hate these kind of descents because the corners are coming, and they're the kind that you could actually make through the corner at 50, 55 miles an hour, and in the rain you can make it, but if you make a mistake, you're going to die. So I was scared for my life the whole descent, and since I started in the back, I had to pass half the group so that I can get up because Savidelli had split the group in half, and I was actually going faster than him on the descent so that I can catch his group. By the time we come to the bottom, we're in 6-7 guys all together. We're drilling it to the line. There's a little bit of cat and mouse because finally the second group from behind is catching us. When they hesitate, I jump away and I win the stage. Later, after the podium and the ceremonies, and I get the race leader's jersey, I'm in the director's car and we're driving back to the hotel. And here's why I brought the jersey up. Like I said, the plan was Cadel Evans to be race leader at this race. I was there just to help. In the car with the directors, they don't understand how I was feeling on the climb because they can't see that. They can see I'm at the back of the group, but they can't understand that I'm absolutely on the limit and trying to survive. I won the race on tactics. It was beautiful tactics. I jumped away. They hesitated in the back, and I won. I wasn't the best. I was a great descender, and I got lucky with tactics and won. When we're in the car, though, the directors are going, wow, we got a new plan. You're our race leader now. I'm sitting in the back seat, and I have to tell both the directors in the driver's seat and the passenger seat. We had 2 directors there, and they're both driving back to the hotel. I had to tell them, nope, we stay with plan A. Cadel Evans was fantastic. On the last climb, he covered 5-10 moves himself. He was exceptional. I won because I was lucky. So we can't change tactics. The next day when we're in the bus driving to the start and we're having the riders meeting, it's very important when you're wearing the leader's jersey of a race that's a Pro Tour level that you explain to all your teammates, just because I'm in the jersey, I'm not the race leader. Cadel is the race leader. We do everything for Cadel to win this Tour of Romandy. If I have a problem, you stay with Cadel. When a rider's honest with how they feel, it makes the team race better. Now, Cadel later ended up winning the overall at the Tour of Romandy, and he won it on the time trial. He just smoked everyone. I believe I finished 5th or something overall. But Cadel was amazing every day. He was amazing on that stage too when I won the stage. But just because you win and have the race leader's jersey, you cannot change plans if you know your race leader is still better. You have to come in with honesty with your team, and you have to make sure that everyone there knows, all the domestiques know that we're still here for Cadel. And of course, management knew that already because we had spoken about it in the car. But very, very important that as a rider, everybody on the team has to explain how they feel and be honest about it. Hope you enjoyed my take on the butterfly effect today. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Vuelta.